Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, as always, I like to say thanks to all of our new subscribers. Whatever one or two are gathered together, we're gonna continue to make videos and grow this community and help people that want to invest in their financial future. Guys, okay, on this channel we talk about making money investing in dividend. Also, we talk about real estate. So if you're in real estate or like real estate, I do talk about that a little bit, but mostly we talk about investing in the stock market, particularly in dividend investments. Okay guys, so welcome to the channel. Remember to like and share the content, guys. I appreciate you guys liking the videos, the live video I made. I appreciate you guys liking the video. Please continue to like the content. Also join the Discord. The link is in the description below. Appreciate the new folks that joined the Discord. The Discord is growing a little slower. Also guys, don't be scared to comment in the Discord if you have questions. Okay, feel free to comment in the Discord. We have over 350 plus video on this channel. I make video every single day. I know sometimes it's hard to do, but I do it anyway because I do it for the community and for the people that subscribe to this channel that need that boost, need that pep, need that motivation to continue to invest. Because sometimes guys, you guys know, sometimes it is completely hard to just log into your portfolio and see the market doing things that you know it's not supposed to be doing, but just because somebody says something and everything go crazy. But we're not here to vent. Today was an amazing day. Like I was saying to the guys on the video I made yesterday, maybe this is what we needed, right? The reset, the Memorial Day, holiday weekend, whatever you want to call it. Maybe we needed a reset, right, to get back on track. And on track, indeed, we did get back on track. So let's get down to business, guys. Remember, right, I'm 52 years old and I'm going to make a video about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. So don't get it twisted because I'm going to get at you. I'm just joking, guys. Okay, you guys know my funny is not really that funny, but I try anyway. Okay, some people get it, some people don't. If you don't get it, forget about it. Down to business, guys. Look at this thing. This thing is beautiful. Okay, this is beautiful. I can live for this every single day. Even if my portfolio go up $1,000 or $1 every single day, I'd rather see this thing green like this than see all those reds. Because no matter how hard it looks, if it's green, we're making more money. If it's red, we're still making money. But if it's green, we're making more money. And we want to see the thing green. Okay, guys, we want to see the thing green. Look at Apple. Look at Nvidia. Look at Google. Tesla. People say Tesla is going out of business or Elon Musk is losing his money, but Tesla is still hanging around. So I don't know, I get confused. I do own a Tesla. It is an American automobile. I do own a Tesla and I love my Tesla, but it is what it is. But Tesla is up today 5.76% on today. Nvidia, Google, Oracle, all these guys are doing amazing, right? We're here to make money. That's what we're here for, making money. Okay, let's look a little bit of crypto. Do you guys have some crypto? If you have crypto, you see this link right here, CoinMarketCap, right? You can go check out the crypto stuff, see how your crypto is doing, if your crypto is actually making you money or is it just stressing you out. Either way, you can check it out here. Okay guys, this is the spot to check it out and you're gonna make some money. So let's not stress about it. Okay, you can see Bitcoin is up today 0.14%. Okay, and the last 7 days is up 2.91%. That is amazing. Okay, we go down the road and see Solana. Now I do have some Solana. In the last 7 days, it's up 6.15%. To the last 24 hours, 2.40%, and in the last 1 hour is down 0.30%. Interesting. We'll go down a little bit more. So it looked like my favorite token, right? This is my favorite token. I don't care what anybody say. We either go to the sky, to the moon, or whatever this thing gonna take us, we either get there or we gonna get to zero. Either way, we in it for the long haul. Okay, the market cap is 8.5 billion with a B, which is up 1.56% today. Now, do you guys think this thing is going anywhere anytime soon? I'm just asking a simple question. I'm not telling you what to buy. This is not financial advice. But do you think that's going anywhere anytime soon? Do you think so? Right? Look at all these little things that jump around here. Right? All these guys are jumping around here, moving around. Look at my little Shiba. It's little bitty right there. But all these other guys are jumping around. INJ. What is that? They're ranked number 1 in the meme coins, I guess. 1.47 billion. Oh, they're ranked at 62. I get number 1 for I see the 1 up here. I'm going crazy. Okay, but you know, I don't care about that. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I was just over it. My Shiba. I'm trying to get to my Shiba. Okay, all of that numbers always shows up. I don't know why. Let me see. Does it go up and down? Oh, okay. Let me stop messing with that. $8.57 billion. 16th rank. Okay, we need the thing to go up. But you know, I don't have nothing but time on my hands. So in the next 20 years, if this Shiba coin still be around, if it don't go to zero, I will be a crypto millionaire. I am sure of that. I can put some coins on it. Alright guys, I'm joking. So you can see, right, during the day trading, we were up 1%, $10.13. Now, after hours, we're up 0.21%, which is $2.15. It's still great. I told you guys, every little bit counts. As we continue to build this portfolio, every little bit counts. Now, I did buy some stuff in the portfolio today. Let me see if I can just get it from here. You know what? History. Come on back over here, handsome fella. I spent a few dollars. I was trying to get some of the positions that I already had to a full share. Of course, this stuff is pending. Dividend, that is pending. Some stuff, but we're not looking at that. So AMCOR PLC, I bought $8 and change, trying to get me to a share. I think this is either what do you call it, Alti, one of these. I bought enough to get me to a share. Was this Alti? No. Let me see, what is that? No, Ybit. Well, I'm saying Alti. Crazy man. Ybit. I eat my big can. Yield max built Bitcoin. Ybit. I'm slow sometimes. And I bought Tesla to get me. I bought $2 to get me to a full share. And then I bought some more. So I bought this first. It wasn't enough, and I bought $2 more to get me to a full share. Nvidia, I got enough to get me to a full share. And I'm just like picking up a little bit while I got a little change, right? And now that I'm out of change, money, well, I'm not out, but I still got a little bit of money left in this portfolio. And right there. So I'm gonna sit on that for a little bit, because I mean, most of the things that I want to buy is already past that limit, right? So I'm gonna see what else I want to add to the portfolio, you know, to get it to that next level. So that's all I'm doing. You guys, you know how I do it. I keep it simple. You know, I keep it simple. We're in the process of adding more funds to the portfolio, and my other portfolio is doing good too. Today we did $200 in this portfolio, which is amazing. $200.86. That's amazing. Okay, in my little portfolio in growth, right? That's growth, guys, growth. As you can see, we're still down 14.04% on this portfolio. We still have $9 to spend, but I can only buy like this AMCO position or ALT stuff like that. But I haven't decided if I'm gonna put. I mean, Alti pay weekly, so I might throw that into Alti. And you can see Alti is one of the things that is not dividend reinvest. I got that in no. Everything else is set to dividend reinvest. I need to change this and these guys right here. I think I'm just gonna change all of these to dividend reinvest. It's pretty simple. You just update it and that's it. So when those monies comes in, we can spend those monies. I think I had turned it off on Misty for a while because Misty always pay big, and we need our Misty money. So everything in here is now on dividend reinvest except for Misty. I need to buy more shares of Misty. So usually when the payday come in, position always drop. So let me just update this to collect my Misty money for now. I would just have to transfer money in there to cover my car payment. And that's that, guys. You see how some of the stuff is simple. This is just the dividend reinvestment stuff. One more. This is the only way you can do that drip stuff to allow you to buy a fractional share. This is what people will be talking about. Say, hey, you can buy a fractional share with what is Charles Schwab. This is where you can buy a fractional share with Charles Schwab. This is not good enough. I want to be able to buy $1 worth of Pfizer if I have $1 to spend. Not let it sit there until I get. It's frustrating. Charles Schwab, I know I'm a little guy, but if you guys listening to me, you need to do something about this. I promise you guys, if you change this to, if you go to actual fractional share, man, you guys gonna get a whole lot more people using Charles Schwab brokerage. And then maybe y'all can give me some money for that. But y'all need to do that, Charles Schwab. If you're listening, you're probably not listening to me. I'm a little guy. But this is what I recommend for Charles Schwab. Because I promise you'll get a lot more people using Charles Schwab. What did I buy today? I can't even go to this stuff because if I go to it, it's just going to freak out. Let me go ahead. If it freak out, we're just going to leave it there. Let me see. Did I buy anything in here today? No. So one of the guys, I was going to do the rice offering. Of course, it expired. And I was so mad, right? So in order to do the rice offering, you have to call your brokerage, right? You have to call the brokerage and say you want to participate. And then sometimes it might be you buy one share, you get another share, whatever the offering is. And then you might have to add money to your portfolio if you don't have money in your portfolio to execute that rice offering in a couple of days. But I screwed up and this thing expired already. Okay, so I couldn't use it in neither one of them. I was like, man, I missed out, right? Because it shows up in your brokerage. So, but I just missed out. I just kept talking. I thought I had time, and then when I finally clicked on it today, while I was on the phone with Fidelity, and he was like, sir, this expired. I was like, yeah, it expired. I can see that. I'm sorry for wasting your time. And he just cracked up and started laughing. He said, I definitely understand. But guys, this is what the right offering is. So if you get stuff like this in your portfolio, look like you got some shares in there, don't freak out. Be like, oh man, what the hell's going on? That's exactly what it is. You just have to call your brokerage and tell them, hey, I want to participate in this right offering if it haven't expired. Okay? And then you can do what you need to do to add money. It usually takes, after you do it, it usually go the next day. Depending on what you have money to settle in your portfolio or whatever you have to do. But that's pretty much what it is. I know one of the guys asked about that in the comment, and I was like, you know what, this is better now to just talk about it since I'm talking to you guys, right? But that's how the rice offering work. And like I said, guys, yes, I screwed up in my Charlie Schwab portfolio and I didn't do it, and I was disappointed because I had the money and I was just, why not take advantage of the extra shares you would get, right? But I didn't do it, so I screwed up. All right, so don't be mad at me, but I'm human. Okay, I make mistakes too. So guys, this is our Fidelity portfolio, and you can see we are fighting our way back up to total amount of money invested in the portfolio. We still a few thousands away from getting back there, but we working our way back slowly. And it took some time to bring the number down, so it's gonna take some time to get the number back up. Okay, guys. What did I buy today in Fidelity? So let's see. Okay, I don't even remember. What did I buy today? I mean, we can see it from here. So another thing I want to tell you guys, right? On Friday, when the market closed, my portfolio closed at a loss, close to $10,000 down or more, right? And today, the portfolio came back. My portfolio is up today 4.77% in growth, right? Which is it's amazing. That is good for my portfolio compared to Friday, we were down 3.99%. So that's a big difference in the portfolio, right? Because yesterday the market was closed, so the market wasn't open yesterday, so we can't even count those numbers there. But if you go back, where did I pull it up from? Right? So if you go back to Friday, we were down almost 4%. S&P was down 0.66%, something like that. But I mean, when we up big. When we down big, right? Go figure. To where today we up, we up almost 78%, 0.78% more than where we were on Friday. So that is good. And it's a short week, so hopefully this continues. Tomorrow we're gonna know what coin is gonna pay. Now, coin is, I only got one position that's gonna be paying with extreme high yield. As far as yield max goes, I got the curve that's gonna be paying, but curve usually I don't worry about curve because they keep the nav. So I don't worry about them as far as I gotta pay attention. I don't really pay attention to it too much because every time I check, everything looks good. They might be down a couple dollars, whatever, but they're not losing. There's not no nav erosion and stuff like that. So that is amazing position. Eventually I'm gonna transition out of all my negative positions that I have in yield max and go into curve. To make that money I don't have to worry about it. Because it's still paying a decent dividend. It's not paying 100-some%, but it's still paying a decent dividend. And the main thing that we worry about is nav erosion. We're not losing our principal, which is key. It's key. Like I said, we're trying to get the income up, right, to a point where we're good, and we can diversify the portfolio to where it's more safe, to where I enjoy looking at my portfolio. I enjoy looking at how much money I made for the day. And it also pisses me off when I see how much money my portfolio goes down, every day. Okay. AIYY is up today. Was that 19%, 19 cent today. 19 cent overall was like 4.20% in increase in the portfolio today. Now after hours, I don't know what the thing does after hours because Fidelity will now allow me to look at this after hours. So if you guys have to know how to look at your portfolio after hours, maybe I need to call them. That might be something they need to add to the portfolio, to where you can switch it to see what your portfolio is doing after hours. I don't know how to do that in Fidelity. I never thought about that until today. So maybe the next time I call Fidelity, that's something I will ask them, and that can be something they can add to the list of releases to improve the platform. Yeah, what else? Like I said, we up today. I told you the percentage, but I didn't give an actual amount. So we're up $11,438.76. That's before, the after hours. Now, I would think that we're probably gonna do good because most of the stuff I have in my other portfolio is in this portfolio. So I would think we're doing pretty decent in the after hours. We're still above, this threshold here. We're still above that, so I would believe my portfolio is doing good in the after hours. There should be a way to look at that, but I don't know. All right, but for now we're good. I'm happy. Okay, guys, where we look at that and we look at Snowball Analytics. So right now this thing said we're gonna be at $41,000 for this month. I'm thinking we might be right at 41, a little bit over 41,000, maybe 42, 43,000. It depends how much money we're gonna get paid tomorrow from Coney. Okay, Coney will tell us tomorrow how much money we're gonna get paid. Now, if Coney gonna pay us some decent amount, tomorrow I will be buying some Coney because my Coney, my average cost right now is like $13.35. Coney is at $9.02 today. It went up 14 cents today. So of course, whatever I can do, I thought about. I might still do it. I thought about selling one of my other positions that is currently in the green, right? I think I got about 20. I got about what, 20,000. I got about $19,000 sitting there, right? So depending on what Coney is gonna pay tomorrow, and that will also help bring down my cost value. I can put that in, right, and bring down my cost value, collect the dividends, and hopefully it don't go down real bad to where because like I said, guys, I'm trying to bring down my cost value real good, and then transition to other positions, and just try to balance my portfolio, guys. As I move towards retirement, having my position and paying me $100 a month each one of them is something very serious that I'm trying to work on. And if you're looking in this thing right here, right, if you see my annual income, if you look at it in here, let me flip it the other way. You can see I got a lot of money coming from Misty, all of these guys here, right? So this bad boy right here, this is what I'm talking about selling. I might sell, I might not. Okay, but this guy, I only got to generate another. What is that? This thing is already paying me over $100 a month. Okay, so this thing is paying me almost $1,000 a month. So of course, I don't need to bother this no more. I need to start growing my other positions, right? And I need to decrease the income from here. Right, I need to decrease the income from here and push the income down here. So JEP and JEPQ, these, especially JEPQ, I'm going to throw some money into JEPQ and JEP to try to get them up to that $1,000, close to that $100 a month. Right, once I get these guys to $100 a month, then I can focus on the next one. Okay, and I got a bunch of them, so I got a long way to go. I got a lot of work to do. Okay, I got lots of work to do. And then some of these positions pay quarterly, so if they pay quarterly, I only need $300 from them. If they pay every quarter, I need $300 per quarter. So this is all work in progress, guys. I know I got a long way to go. I sold a lot of my positions because of, for you new subscribers to the channel, because of the tariffs, and I was trying to keep hope alive and keep my position. So I sold a lot of my positions during the tariff. So you see I have less shares of different things, right? I had a lot more money in this portfolio, but I had to sell to keep my portfolio alive. So you gotta do what you gotta do, and believe me, I do what I gotta do right now to keep my portfolio alive. As you can see, I still got a lot of negative stuff in here, but it's work in progress. It is work in progress to get those numbers down and then try to sell out of some, not all of them, right? I'm not going to sell out of all of these, but sell out of some. It looks good, it feels good to collect that income every freaking week. It's pretty good, I love it, but also we got to look at where we're going, how long I want to continue to do this, and I want to be safe. Okay, I want to be safe. As you can see, the thing updated again today. Now we have $41,000 for the week, and I don't know exactly what Coin is gonna pay. Some people estimate or whatever, but I just wait, you know, until the stuff pop in tomorrow. It should be in tomorrow, 6 in the morning, whatever in the morning. We're gonna take a look at it, and like I said, I believe we're gonna be over 40. I don't know how much over we're gonna be because we don't know exactly what we're gonna get paid. Okay, guys. So I mean, you see, the income is going up, and that is good, right? And if I wasn't spending money out of the portfolio, I'd probably be able to pay down the dividend faster. But of course, I am spending some of the money in the portfolio. I'm paying up debts, just like when I started investing. Guys, don't let people tell you, say, oh, pay off all your debts before you invest. I'm glad I didn't listen to that, because if I have, I would just be investing now. And I won't have none of this to show anybody. Okay? So if you got a budget to pay $1,000 a month in debt, I would say invest half of that, because the time in the market is more important than timing the market. Okay, so the time you have your money invested, it gives you more time for the money to grow. Okay, guys, I promise you. People say, no, pay off all your debts before you start to invest. Because, I mean, if you can manage to do both, I think it's better for you. Okay, if you can manage to do both, it's better for you. Because there come a time when you're paying your bills, you're gonna get something gonna come up, and you can't pay all the bills like you want. So you will have to cut back and handle whatever you gotta handle, and then go back to paying extra money on your bills. But you can still cut back and cut half of what you're investing, but still keep on to invest and grow wealth. Guys, it takes time. I promise you, it takes time. But once you start to do this, and it become part of you, you get addicted to it. I think it might be a strong word, but addiction, right? But if you're addicted to making money safely and legally, you don't get any better than that, right? Understanding what you're doing, how you're doing it, it doesn't get any better than that. Guys, you guys know I've been doing this for 5+ years, and I'm still learning. Every day I learn something new. That's why I ask you guys to comment and ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, I want to go on by what I know and what I have time to look up. Of course, I don't know everything, okay? I just decided to do this because there's so many people who want to invest, and they're afraid to invest. They're afraid to invest because I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to start. Guys, it's just simple. Open a brokerage account just like you opening a freaking checking account. That's it. The only difference between a brokerage account and a checking account, you're writing the checks out to pay bills, and the brokerage account, you're just putting the money in there to grow your generational wealth. Okay, guys? That's it. You know, I don't talk a lot about my growth portfolio because that's kind of the 4% rule. I do have a growth portfolio. I used to have over 20-something thousand in there. More than that. And I had to sell a lot of that to save my other portfolio. You gotta do what you gotta do. But it's going back up again, gradually. It's going back up. Okay, now we're back over $14,000 again in that portfolio. And guess what? I haven't added a single penny. Everything that's in that portfolio right now is coming from growth. Okay, and Palantir was one of the biggest positions I had. I had over 250 some shares of Palantir. I had to sell 220 some shares of Palantir to use that money to save my ass from tariffs jacking up my portfolio. Okay, but that's going back up. Today, when the market closed, Palantir was was $123.39. Okay, $123.39. Right now, Palantir is one of the hottest stock out there, okay, in exchanges. So if you want to do growth portfolio, add that to your growth portfolio. Of course, it's not everything in my growth portfolio make money. I got Lucent technology. I got Lucent. Okay, my average cost for a Lucid right now is $2.69. Okay? Tesla wasn't always where Tesla is today. So if Lucid can survive the next few years without going to zero or filing bankruptcy, I got 1,000 shares of Lucid right now. Okay? I got 1,000 shares of some other companies that, you know, that less than $1 right now. But if they go to zero, okay, they go to zero. Stuff happens, right? That's why we put money into certain things, into EV and certain things that we think are gonna do good. But if they don't do good, they don't do good. But I'm not losing my shirt. I might lose 800. I might lose $1,000 here and there. But that's risk. But when you hit the jackpot with one of those, that $800 can turn to $800,000. It only take one, right? But I'm not telling you to put something that you put your money into right now that you're gonna lose money. I'm not saying that. I'm saying put your money into the stuff that's been making money for people for years, okay? And just pay attention to it. It's not that difficult, guys. I promise. Okay. Now look at this income. Of course, it's $500,000, over $500,000 in annual income from this portfolio. That's less than $1 million. It's ridiculous. Okay, people like, oh, Edwin, how you got a portfolio that's not even have $1 million in it, but you're generating $500,000 a year. That's one of the reasons I started doing this weekly income to calculate the income. So people, like I said, well, oh, you're lying, blah, blah. Guys, this is my portfolio attached to this thing. Okay, I show you guys my portfolio is attached to this thing right now as I continue to build my portfolio. Okay, it's attached to these things. Okay, I'm not using somebody else's stuff. I'm not using no input. This is live feed from my portfolio into this application here to show this information. And I don't have it in one place. I have it in multiple places. This thing say 41,000. We'll come over here. What is the income? This thing says 41,400. I want to say 41,700. So this stuff is active. That's why I like to update it when I'm doing the video so people can see. Because a lot of people think, oh, he's just using an Excel spreadsheet that he update, put numbers in. No, this is my portfolio. Okay, guys. When my portfolio is up, I talk about it. When it's down, I talk about it. Because this is my stuff. This is my journey, right? When people say, how did he get rich? It's on YouTube how I'm getting rich. I was already on track to be a millionaire. This portfolio just accelerated that to get me there faster. Okay, now that I'm there, it's like, okay, how do I get the next million? How do I keep what I have, right? Now, that's why you hear me talking all the time about diversifying my portfolio. Okay, yeah, extreme high yield, boom, push me up to $1 million. Now I have $1 million net worth. Okay, am I going to stay there, or am I going to try to do things to balance out myself so I can stay there instead of losing my shirt and be like, oh man, I don't want to be one of those guys, that crypto millionaires that have money in crypto and they're like, man, sell. They're like, no, I want more, and then the stuff drop back down and they lose all the money and no longer a millionaire. I don't want to be one of those guys. Okay, so I say all of this to say, guys, you got to pay attention to your money. I say that all the time to y'all. Pay attention to your money, because if you don't pay attention to your money, somebody else will pay attention to it for you, and guess what? You're not going to have it because they're going to steal it. They're going to take it away from you. Okay, guys, and y'all know I focus on the next 5 years because I want to retire at 55. I'm 52 right now. I might still be working on the job that I have because I love what I do. I have a lot of freedom to do what I do. I might still work that job, but I can work it from anywhere. Okay, I'm planning on going to Portugal next year. I might, I'm going to Africa in November with my cousins. I'll be there for a month. So I'm doing things, guys. Okay, and I'm still gonna be working when I'm gone. Okay, once that place, whatever they got internet, I might have to work at night. But when they got internet, we're working, we're making money. So the goal is to generate $2 million in the next 5 years. This thing tell me my portfolio is going to be at $5 million. Great. Okay, that's what this thing is telling me. But my goal, okay, within the next 3 years, right? The next 3 years before I'm 55, or by the time I'm 55, which is somewhere over here, right? I'm 52 right now, 53, 54, 55. Right here, right? February, I'll be right here. I need to get my portfolio value to 2 million. You see, that's it right there. My portfolio will be $3,546,000. Okay? So by the time I'm 55, based on this thing, my portfolio should be at $3.5 million. Okay. And then with another year, my portfolio will have another extra 100, that was kind of like add another $1.5 million to the portfolio to get it to 5 million. That is freaking crazy. 1 year. Of course, I'm not going to completely stop what I'm doing, right? Because I'm going to continue to invest, right? I'm continuing to invest, diversify the portfolio. You know, I don't think these extreme high yields stuff is going anywhere. And just like Curve figured it out, other companies are going to figure it out. And they're going to be around. So by the time other people start jumping into it, we already pioneer and understand how this stuff works. And we continue to make money and mind our own business. Okay, guys? And I tell you guys, as I generate this money to get to this point, of course, if I have a stock portfolio that worth $5 million, my real estate portfolio probably going to be double. Okay? Just that simple. Okay? It's probably going to be double. But we're building generational wealth, guys. Okay? This is not about bragging. This is about promoting growth within the community and to the new subscribers. Okay, this is not me. I don't make this video to brag how much money I got. I ain't gotta do that. I can keep my mouth shut and keep it moving and do what I do. But I make this video to motivate you guys that if I can do it, right? Engineer. I'm no smarter than anybody. Cybersecurity nerd. Okay, I don't even think I'm a nerd. I'm just a regular guy. Okay, I love to travel. I love my family. I love my kids. And all the stuff I do now, I do it for them because I still travel. I still have fun, but I make sure I get in the place to be successful to do what I have to do for my children. Okay, guys, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. Now, remember, this is not financial advice. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow is another amazing day. If we can double what we did today or do the same thing we did today in this portfolio, I might just be selling some stuff. Okay, I might be taking profits that the guys, that the crypto guys say, my portfolio up, I'm selling and taking profits. Okay, you know, we have to build that buffer up. When the times are good, we get there, we sell, we let the money sit there and build up the buffer for that margin for the next time when the market is down. Okay, guys, I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. Peace out.